Welcome back to Two Shots In Podcast. I am Devin Burgess.
Frank King.
Who are you?
Ginger Janae.
Ginger, what are you doing here? How'd you sneak into the lines den?
I was told to come, let's go. I was like, oh, okay, where we going?
Ginger, how would you describe yourself to our listeners?
Jesus.
Oh.
For those that don't know.
Describe myself. I'm the queen of this place, trying to make it easier for Devin to work. I don't know.
I appreciate that.
I do.
How'd you get into guns?
Oh, God. I just was hunting and love hunting. And actually, I was a great customer here. Just kept buying.
You were
got
a
an
great
addiction.
customer here.
I'm still a great customer.
She is. I don't think you've been paid with actual money yet.
I think she got a check for like 9 cents once.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, she gets a lot of good stuff.
I do get good stuff.
So you grew up with guns?
Actually, you know what? I was deprived. My dad and my brothers, they were all hunting, had guns and stuff, and the girls got left behind. You know what?
Like those
I'm
Catholic
rebelling.
girls at high schools.
I'm
They're
rebelling.
wild.
I'm rebelling.
You suppress something, it comes back with a vengeance.
So that's what we're doing. We're rebelling against Daddy.
All right, so I'm going to pick my bone first.
What's it?
I'm so pissed off. So we sent, and I never do this, but I would never buy anything made by Advanced Armament, and I have 2 of their cans.
Great. So do I.
So we had a baffle strike on one. I sent it back to get fixed. Supposedly they have a lifetime warranty. This is the letter I got back. So they kept it for 3 months. This is what they sent back. They didn't fix it. They just kept it for 3 months. You sent this silencer in this box to Remington Arms Company, because Remington owns AAC now, for repair service. Remington, because of its pending bankruptcy, is currently unavailable to service or repair any firearms or silencers. Remington, as such, is returning the silencer to you without the service or repair as requested. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Inconvenience.
That's it.
That's it?
So that's some bullshit, huh? And they're still selling their shit on distributors' websites, and they still have a website.
So how do we get that out?
I'm going to have to pay somebody who knows more than I do to fix it.
Let me see it.
But they're not going to warranty it
Yeah,
anymore.
but we need to expose that.
No,
Well, that's why I'm doing this. Those fuckers. I have 2 of these cans. You know, I was a big AAC buff ever since they capped Osama bin Laden with that bitch. I was the can they used to kill Osama. Quiet like a mouse.
I have that same can.
Yeah.
And actually,
I have that can.
And I'm actually worried now because of the mounts.
I'm not going to make any more mounts.
I know. So there's a guy that will cut the end off and do a different mounting system on it.
Who's that?
I don't know. I have to try to find his name.
Yeah, I need his help.
Yeah.
So I got this poor guy has this can that we sold him that we lifetime warranty, and now they don't warranty shit. So we're going to end up catching the bill for this one.
Oh my God.
And they kept it for 3 months. So
But
send me a.
now, to be devil's advocate,
this is the whole thing.
how is that? How is that your responsibility?
Well, because anything that's new, we stand behind our products. We make a big deal about warranting anything that we sell new to our customers. Which is what they should be doing.
Are we stuck with any of these? Do we have?
We don't have much of their stuff left, but I'll never buy anything from them again. Fuckers.
Now, luckily, the only Advanced Armament one that I have is a little 22.
It'll probably blow up in a minute. You'll be screwed just like me.
Yeah.
Now, did he actually strike a baffle or just the tip
Just
of
the
the...
tip. I bent it back in, but it's still...
Get a piece of wood, hammer that fucker flat again, and
I got it flat.
Drill the hole a little bit bigger. Won't strike again.
Well, I need to get it. I need to pay to get it, recoded for him.
Yep.
Well, eat the cost of that. Is that some bullshit?
Is that unserviceable? Can you not take that thing apart?
No, it's fucking welded. You can't take it apart.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's not serviceable.
What's what I'm saying? Like, you can't even remove it to clean the baffles. Well, it's kind of a shitty design anyway.
Well, it's a rifle suppressor. You don't have to clean them.
Yeah, they actually, a lot of them avoid your warranty if you clean them.
Or you could use
avoid your non-existent warranty for a company that's now out of business.
Yeah.
It's assholes. If you went out of business and you own a firearms company in the last 2 years,
you're an asshole.
You're a real fucking idiot.
Yeah, you
if
can't
you can't
do
make
anything.
money in the 2020, 21.
Remington on their...
Holy shit, how did they mess that up?
How many 100 years has Remington been in business?
I don't know.
but they're still putting stuff like there's
Open that fridge, get another.
there's no notice
Another one, Frank.
on their.
Let me open it.
There's no more Ultra.
I'll take something else.
Yeah, Budweiser back there. There you go.
Yeah.
There's no notice on their Instagram or anything like that to indicate that there's any kind of issue with the company.
What do you mean there's no notice? They're out of business.
I know, but they're still posting.
That's right. That's my point.
They're still
I would
posting on
never
Instagram and everything else.
Somebody came in to buy one today, and we talked them into getting something else. I'm never selling another one of these ever again, even if they come back.
Well, that's what
I
I'm
saw
saying.
one. I saw one today where they were advertising the 870.
What can we do to expose them, the experience that we're having with them right now? Because people need to know.
Or this. Get drunk and bitch at them.
I know, but I want to put it on social media too.
Jerk offs. I can't believe they did that. Though.
Can we
And
do
they
that?
kept it for 3 months. So I've been telling this guy for 3 months that it's being serviced, it's being worked on. Now I got it back with a letter. It really
Very
is.
small.
It's
short,
6 lines.
Yeah.
Just it says piss off.
Not signed or nothing.
That's a good point. It's not signed. Anything. No names. No
Assholes.
nothing.
Man, we backed them hard. I bought 2 of their cans. I'd never think, even if they were going to go out of business, you would think that they would send out a service letter saying that if you have any questions, if you need any parts, if
Right.
there's something broken, get it to us in the next 90 days, so we can honor it and fix it. Nope, nothing.
So can I put that on social media or no?
I will think about it,
All right.
fuckers. They're not going to do anything, probably.
I know. We
They
need to
own.
expose them.
They own. Well, this happens a lot in the gun industry. Where they'll go bankrupt and then they'll just be bought out by another big company. But yeah, if you can't make money and stay in business in the last 2 years, man.
Yeah, it's bad.
You
Check
think
your pulse.
Remington's going to be bought by somebody else?
Monkeys can do it.
I don't think Remington will be bought by somebody else because they own like 8 or 9 other companies that are.
That's all
that
been
are
sold
under
off.
Remington.
Actually, Palmetto State Armory bought AAC. At least the name. All that's already been auctioned off.
Yeah. So somebody else will probably start making their shit again under another company.
See if they're
Very
going to honor,
common.
if they're going to honor all the old shit.
It probably won't. So disappointing, especially if you've been pushing them for the last 10 years. And I own some of their shit. You jerk offs. So if you're listening, very upset with AAC.
And Remington.
Very upset. Yeah, Remington's
Remington.
the mother company.
Exactly. That's who the letter's from, Remington.
It's not even a personalized letter. It's
No.
dear
No.
sender of this silencer.
There's nothing.
It says, "Dear asshole, sorry for keeping your shit this long.
No, but what I'm saying is
Been
they
on
have
a
a
bender.
stack of those
Not
Yeah.
doing nothing." Yeah,
that they
uh-huh.
finally went to their repairs department and said, "Here,
Just give this to everybody.
put these in every one of them and send them
Yeah.
back."
Right.
I'm
No matter
surprised.
what it
I'm
is.
surprised they didn't send them back COD.
Yeah, pay for it.
What you showing me, Paul?
Vista acquires Remington ammunition.
Yeah, it's several things.
Well, anybody that has an ammunition manufacturing company should be selling that thing for $1 billion.
Oh yeah. Franklin Armory acquires Bushmaster.
Bushmaster's been bought and sold. Their facility was bought by Wyndham Weaponry.
Yeah.
So it's constant in that industry, but not many of them though. Just don't service or.
One of the main reasons Remington's filing bankruptcy is because of Sandy Hook.
I don't know. Where'd you hear that?
That was just one part of that,
No, I wouldn't buy
where
that.
it said Bushmaster was
No, what happened
Oh,
was
by
one of these companies bought Remington and took a bunch of their profits and gave them a bunch of their debt, and then bankrupted them just to put them under. At least that's what I heard or read. I don't know how true that is, but
What were you saying? Well, before you came in, there was not something else on Biden's website.
Oh no, it was just the House bills that they're trying to pass.
You read them?
I read somebody else's interpretation of them.
What'd they say?
Like if you have 30-round magazines, you got to turn them in. If you do have a firearm that meets specific requirements, you have to pay an $800 tax on each one of them.
What?
Yeah,
Say that again.
they said you have to pay an $800 tax on each firearm that you retain.
I have none.
stuff like that.
None of that's
Zero.
None of that's would ever work. None of that would ever work. Nobody's gonna tell them that they have any guns, especially in a state that private sales are legal. Never work. I am a little encouraged that he hasn't come on television lately and said anything. I thought he'd be heading that fight within the first week. I mean,
that's what I
we're
thought
only
too.
like 2 weeks in, but during the first
I thought that
week,
would be one of
that
the
would
first
be big.
things. Yeah.
I'm hoping he gets in trouble for smelling somebody or something, and we don't hear from that.
Right.
That's what kept most of those Democrats, on
Sniffing.
keep them silent.
Scratch
They-
and sniff.
They get Monica Lewinsky or somebody. That's why Clinton didn't really push any of that stuff too hard. He was, trying to defend himself for 4 years when all that happened. But yeah, it's a mess. I'm surprised he hasn't said nothing yet. But hopefully something bad will happen and he'll have to, fight on a different front.
Yeah, I don't
and
think
he'll
it'll be
leave
long.
us alone for a minute. But if not, yeah, you'll start seeing more. It's all gonna ramp back up again. Such a mess. Oof. Hate it. All right, so we got a few things from 2020 that made popular. We were made popular by YouTube and stuff. I would buy these Fostech triggers. You bought one, huh?
I
Did you
bought
buy
one.
I have one.
Well, I know you bought one of everything. What you bought one and put it in what? What is this?
I have
For
it in a
people
little-
that don't know.
It's comparable to a binary trigger. It's fires once when you pull the trigger, fires once when you let go of the trigger. It allows you to put it in full auto or select full auto or
Which
binary
is pretty cool
mode.
that they allow you to do that.
Yep.
So it rotates. It's a drop-in trigger that simulates full auto fire. We sell them at the shop. Nobody really knows about them. Not sure why. Much better than those bump stocks. For the people that bought or saw a bump stock, those were pretty shitty. But these work really well. I have one of them, and they're pretty badass. And we can get them installed in like 10 minutes. They're pretty easy to install once you've done it a couple of times. But yeah, it goes from safe to semi to binary. And that binary mode will run pretty much like a machine gun. So if you have the means...
And we have them for AR and AK.
Yeah, they just started making... Thank you. They just started making them for AKs now, too, which is pretty cool. A little harder to install. I'm going to rip one apart whenever I have time and see how hard it is to put in. But we can get these in your gun in about 10 minutes. And super cool. And they'll probably ban these as soon as they realize that they exist. This thing was cool. We did a video with this. Had a bunch of views. That's that integrally suppressed Bolt 700.
Yep, that's nice.
Man, if it was in...
Very nice.
If it was in a little shorter configuration, the can with a longer barrel, I'd be all over this thing.
One thing I noticed that everybody says is we didn't know all this was legal. It's so legal.
Yeah, nobody knows anything. Any of this stuff's legal. All these machine guns that are around us, we self-suppressors, full auto stuff, binary stuff. That binary video we did and that Gatling gun video had a few million views, man. We're going to start promoting this through that. But yeah, this thing is super cool. If I could get it off, it would be even cooler.
It's a unibarrel, right?
It's a unibaffle, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fucking cool. So this thing was popular.
That's the next thing I'm getting.
Innovative Arms made this for us. This thing's super badass. Subsonic 308's quiet, like a mouse. And then that Gatling gun, but I didn't feel like lugging it up the goddamn. So if you go to our Facebook page at Jefferson Gun or Jefferson Indoor, you can see us shooting that Gatling gun. That thing's badass too. It's 9mm, it takes Glock mags, fires as fast as you can crank that sucker. Those are really cool. I'd like to stick one of those in my living room.
I wish it fired differently so you could actually put a suppressor on it. That would be cool.
I think you can. They did make one that's suppressed, but it's each barrel suppressed.
Right, 5 different.
I think they could time it to where they could, because it fires from the same barrel. That I think it's if you're looking at it, it's at the 3 o'clock position, the barrel that fires.
Fires from the same location.
Right. So I think if you put like a 45 can on it, so would you give it a little bit of play? I don't know how perfect it is, but and then you welded, a thread pattern to that It looks like kind of like the McDonald's sign.
Yeah, well,
symbol
that's
on
what
the
I said.
front.
You could build some kind
could
of
buy-
adapter
yeah,
or bracket
I think
that
that
would
would
hold
work.
hold the suppressor.
The way they did it is they made each barrel on it
But you'd have to see
like this
how
barrel.
you'd have to see how much play up and down when you're rotating it
Well, right.
where it actually fires,
right.
because that would be the issue.
But that would be cool, man, if they did that. The guy Drew sent us a bunch of them instead of making us wait because he got a bunch of publicity too when we did our video and that original post that had a bunch of views on it.
Yeah,
So
I
he
couldn't
sent us a
believe
couple of 'em.
the number of people messaging saying,
Yeah.
I want that Gatling gun.
Yeah, so if you saw that, please, we cannot answer any more of those. That Gatling gun is $5,000. It's 9mm. We ship wherever it's legal. Up to you to find out if you're in a legal state. What was the other one I always get? Oh, the binary triggers. They're $560. If you live in the area, we can put them in for you for like $45. And
Which one do you like better?
what's that?
The Echo or the binary?
The Fostech Echo? Oh yeah, much better than the Franklin one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Franklin one you have to like build. It doesn't seem as strong, as beefy.
Right.
I don't have any problem with the other one.
That's more like
but
a
this
drop
one,
in.
I can get this bitch in like 10 minutes.
Right.
And the thing is that the Fostech, you can't overrun it. It actually has like
Yeah,
a sear,
right.
so you can't overrun it, which is
That
actually
goes with my
nice.
Maxim too.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's what I bought my for. Was my Maxim.
I have three different triggers. I got the Franklin, the Fostech, and the rare breed one, which is really cool.
I haven't messed with the rare breed one.
The rare breed, I'll let you shoot it. It's a force reset, so all you do is hold the trigger back, and it just runs. You don't have to move your finger.
that?
You have to move your finger back and forth because when the hammer comes back, it automatically pushes the trigger forward and resets it. There's no trigger slap or anything. It is
So yeah,
fast.
it's a force reset against your finger.
Yeah. Aiden shot it.
How does it not hurt your finger though?
Because it doesn't. There's no trigger slap. I don't know. It's magic, I guess, but it's really cool. I mean, this thing is really, really quick.
How much was that though?
It was $420 shipped, and it's a drop in, and it has a sear like that, like the Fostech, where you can't overrun it. The hammer won't go forward into the sear is pushed
So you
forward.
hold the
trigger
back.
and it just runs. It's as closest to a full auto you can get. Even
Yeah,
closer
but
than
I
that.
agree with Devin. How's it not hitting against your finger? How's it not hurting?
Oh, because it just pushes it's not slapping the trigger forward. I mean,
It's got a really
It's just must
Really
be
small
teeny
reset.
Tiny, yeah.
Do you feel it when you're shooting it?
no, not at all. You don't feel it at all. It's actually really, really cool.
Yeah, you need to bring it in. I like to see it.
it's got to have a really, really light reset.
Yeah, it does. It
So
does.
it's like hair trigger reset.
Exactly.
You know, I'll send you the picture of the video of
You probably just feel it like a vibration on your finger. That's probably it.
Actually, I didn't even notice that. It's just going so quick.
What did you do before this?
I ran a fishing charter business.
That's how most
I ran-
people know you.
I mean, yeah. So
'Cause
and
everybody
I was,
knows you that comes in.
Yeah, everybody knows me. They know me on TV from fishing or
Our
hunting.
electrician came in and was like, "Is that Ginger?"
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
a
don't-
lot of people do know me.
You don't do fishing charters anymore?
No, I do not. But
No,
I've
she
done a
works
lot
here,
of things.
dumbass.
Yeah, work here, dumbass. I'm the
She does gun sales
range
now.
manager. Gosh, damn it.
We're not worried about fish.
We're not worried about fishing. That's on my
People are
boss on.
overfishing anyway. We don't need any.
Yeah, so
more
y'all
of
need
that.
to come into the range and see me, by the way. So come see us at the range. and
I
go
know
shoot.
she's recruiting other women to come
hey.
run the range.
I'm recruiting whoever that's good enough to
I need to
look.
recruit a woman to run my job. So when I wander off somewhere with no
No,
clothes
not just
on.
anybody. We gotta approve
Catch you
that.
just walking around in your robe one
Nobody
day downstairs.
No.
That's exactly
He's
right.
gonna get crazy checks soon.
That's
Poor,
exactly
poor
right.
Devin.
Just
No.
Massive
standing in the
lithium.
corner, just watching people.
Massive amount of lithium. So what'd you do? You ran a fishing charter?
Yeah, I've done
They
that. I
hunt.
mean-
You hunted too, or just
Yeah,
fishing?
hunting and fishing. Being on TV. Different stuff. I've been a private investigator. I'm a jack of all trades. I've done it all.
You were a private
I
investigator.
was. Yeah.
I knew a guy, a friend of mine, who was working with a private investigator, but I think he was just getting him to do all the illegal stuff. He was a guy
Nice.
that was in our podcast when we first started that we had to ixnay. But yeah, I think he was getting him to like go through people's backyards and their garbage and shit like
Oh
that.
my god!
So if he got arrested, he was only like 15. Yeah.
Oh my god.
How long did you do that?
Oh god, for a good while. God, we did a lot of domestic stuff. I did a lot of things for the mafia, actually, tracking down ex-pregnant stripper girlfriends, things like that.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah, it was great.
I don't know if you should be
Nobody-
saying that on the
What kind of
podcast.
mafia?
Nobody expected me. Nobody expected me, so it was easy to do whatever. I could get in anywhere, video whatever. Find these bitches, yeah.
We could have used you a while ago. My friend got robbed at a. We were talking about that the other day. He got robbed at a strip club, and they took all his clothes and his wallet and his phone.
We were just talking about that.
My boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they rolled him, took all his money and his phone, and his clothes. They kept handing him beer, saying, drink these beers, Daddy. Drink more beer, Daddy. And he's sitting there, yeah, with all these strippers. And he got to get up, and he couldn't find his pants, and he went to find his phone. He had no phone, no wallet, no nothing.
Draws.
And the police went in and found his wallet with no money in it, but his ID. So I guess his story lined up that these women stole all his shit. They're like, well, how much was your phone? You know, you can either press charges or tell them that they need to give you the money for the phone. And he was like, $1,800. So you gave him a shitload of a big stack of ones on Bourbon Street.
Dirty
at
ass.
2 o'clock
Oh yeah,
in
you
the
told me
morning.
about that. You told me about that.
I always said all these guys that go to strip clubs need to watch Hustler.
Oh,
Just
man.
to get an idea. Because I've got so many
Disgusting.
stripper friends, and it's like, God, these guys really think they like them.
See,
Poor guys.
that was the negative side of my first wife. Because I didn't find out until
She used to
after
steal all your shit.
we were married for a year before, and she was a legal assistant when I married her, and then
She'd steal all your shit and then sue you.
Well, look, come to find out, after I met her mother and her two sisters, who were all part of the same environment, all
Environment.
raised the same way. Come to find out, they were all strippers. Their mother made all their costumes for them.
Come to find out, like he didn't have a clue.
No,
What you
I
mean a
didn't till
costume?
after
They dressed up like characters?
No, this stripper costumes, like
Mickey
sexy
Mouse?
stuff. But then
Frozen? That
when
bitch
I
from
actually,
Frozen?
shit, like Disney costume.
Frozen.
But what happened was when I actually divorced her, because I found out she was cheating on me with her ex-boyfriend.
Ugh.
When I actually divorced her, come to find out, she had run up $77,000 in debt.
Frank.
Of course she did.
Listen,
What was she
course
buying?
she
Anything
did.
good?
she got
are so
credit cards
stupid.
under my name. This is any woman could have done
Y'all
this.
are so stupid. Man,
Yeah, we're pretty dumb.
put some tits and ass in y'all's
She
face.
wasn't
and
a
y'all
stripper
dumb.
when I met her.
Yeah, okay.
I guess you could take the
Okay.
stripper
what was
out
she-
of, or
what
take
was
the
she
girl out of the
buying
stripper
for 77 G's.
She bought.
You didn't
She got
notice?
credit cards under my name
Oh,
okay.
man.
while we were married. She
Smart
took
girl.
all the the bills when they came and discarded of them, and then everything she went and shopped for during the day and bought, she put into a self-storage unit.
She's so smart.
Man, that's
She's
kind
a-
of...
And I
Brilliant.
never
She's
saw it,
She's
never heard of
brilliant.
it, nothing. She kept it quiet the entire time.
Bitch was getting her ducks in a row.
You didn't know...
I had no idea until one
Frank,
day.
Come on,
One
man.
day, right before the divorce, I found out. Right
So
before
how would
the
she
divorce,
use that stuff? She'd have to go to the unit?
I don't think she had every intention on getting a divorce
Yeah, she was
Oh,
intending
she
on
was just
leaving his
racking up
ass.
stuff and
Oh
buying
yeah.
shit.
because it was right before she cheated on me, and I pressed for the divorce. I got a phone call from like Dillard's or something where they said, they're trying to your wife's trying to use this Chase credit card, and I'm like, I don't have a Chase credit card. What are you talking about?
He said, yes, you do.
And they said,
Oh,
well,
yeah,
do
you
you
do,
want to
buddy.
deny the charge then? I said, fuck yeah, I want to deny the charge. And she never mentioned it at all. Never mentioned
she
the
didn't.
denial, never mentioned anything. So then
How'd you find out it was all in a storage unit?
it all came out
It
in
came
the
on
divorce.
Storage Wars, huh?
She had to disclose all that in the divorce paperwork, and she ended up wanting to keep it all. So it was all a scam the whole time.
That's a mess, man.
But how do you know? Like, even if, regardless of being a stripper in previous work, how do you combat that from any woman that you marry? How do you-
Chelsea's been digging holes in the backyard.
she might have a whole.
She's got
Another
a
life.
storage
Need a
building.
metal detector. She's like Batman. She goes and the pool lifts up, and there's a bunch of purses and shit.
There you go. she got that and the door and the wall opens in his big room. It's like Gucci and Coach and everything else.
Oh man, that's a rough one. How long did it take you to figure that out?
I was married to her for a year.
Frank, I'm disappointed. I thought you were smarter than that.
I'm not. I'm an
Smarter
idiot.
than what? You should
on,
have.
man.
You should have known she was doing that
Tits
stuff
and
behind
ass
your back.
make y'all stupid. Tits and ass make y'all stupid.
No,
I'm
I mean
stupid
one thing that's
anyway.
stupid is by saying, you know what, you handle paying all the bills. I don't even want to worry about it. That's a stupid comment. to make.
Check your bank account every day.
Well, then she did some stupid shit. Like once we actually got divorced, or once we went to go get divorced, or when I found out about the ex-boyfriend, I threw a fit, and I found out through her little nephew. He actually
He
ratted her out.
ratted. Good man.
And I left, and I said, because I was in the military at the time, too, and I left and went back on the base, and I said, you know, I'm going to go sleep on the base. I'll be back in a couple of days, and we'll, you know, figure everything out. And I came back like 2 days later, opened the door, it was ghost town. Everything was gone. Everything off the walls, all the furniture, everything was gone out of the house.
They don't bring that up in court.
It was all in the paperwork, in the divorce documents.
They don't say that that's wrong in court when you go to court and stuff?
They don't. It's not a right or wrong. It's a how do you split up these assets.
So what, you got 50 grand in Gucci purses?
She had like this weird stuff, like 5 different coats, all exactly the same except they were different colors. Like all exact same
I do
brand, exact same style, everything, just different colors. You know, stuff like that.
It depends on what you're wearing.
But she just went crazy. She just bought everything and anything possible.
Jesus Christ.
But how do you know? You know, how do you know that like I said, with any woman that you get together with, how do you know? That could happen anytime.
Yeah,
So-
but you're not home, right? You're in the military.
You should have hired her as a
Well,
PI.
but not only that, but I'm
hire
talking
me.
about even somebody, you know, an everyday thing. If you entrust her with paying all the bills, how do you know? If she's a
and you
homemaker and
should-
she's home all
Yeah,
day?
you should be able to entrust your wife. I agree.
True.
But these bitches, they bad.
Yeah, it was a eye opener.
That's awful.
I need to watch my bag.
Yeah, you need to watch your back.
Blair's been creeping through my wallet lately.
Well, and then actually years later, dude.
That's why she's not sleeping at night. I find her rummaging through my
Bitches
shit.
crawling through
look.
the wallet.
Years later,
She's
like
always on the internet on Amazon.
like 8 years later, I ran my credit for something. I forget what it was. And I saw this another Chase credit card on my thing. And I called them and I said, I don't have a Chase credit card. I'm wondering what this is.
They
I
said,
need
I
get
beg
it off,
to differ.
Get it off my credit report. And they said, you don't live at such and such and such in Jacksonville Beach? And I said, no, but I could tell you who does. And it ended up being her. So
So did they go
years
after
later,
her?
they don't tell you that.
See, y'all need exes like me. I'm a great ex.
Why?
You're a
I'm
great
a great
ex.
ex. I
Why?
don't do stuff like that.
Why don't you just be good and not be an ex in the first place?
Yeah, well, I mean, because I got cheated on too, so that's why I'm an ex.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so no, I'm not like that. This man don't even pay child support.
What'd you buy lately?
Me?
Yeah.
Guns.
What kind? Give the people what they want. You get first crack.
Now that we've depressed every married man in the home,
No.
I really don't know. I mean,
every married guy's gonna be looking at this bank account now. Fuck.
No, I mean, guys, you do have to watch out for that. I got stripper friends. I know how they are. They're awful.
Yeah,
They
but
make a lot of money?
I'm saying not even
Yeah.
stripper friends. I mean, not even strippers. Just women in general.
Y'all
you don't know.
believe
You
shit don't
know.
happen there. Shit happens. Look for your credit card. It says Home Depot. That's a hoe.
What, at the strip
Oh
club?
yeah, so they got the credit card machine, you know, on their phone. They got a little thing on their phone. They swipe the little card and they put
Oh,
it
and
in.
that's the business name, Home
They
Depot.
can make it say whatever they want it to say. Yeah, trust me.
So they're using Square.
Yeah, Home Depot.
No, the
H-
other one.
What other one?
The other one
Why
you were
don't you
doing last
swear?
time, it sounded pretty good.
That was what I did.
Oh,
Frank's great with those freaking sound effects and
it
shit.
is. I like that thing, man. We need to get another one of those. I wish people would start making shit again that we can actually buy and sell.
I have my Maxim downstairs right now.
I
That
know.
you're supposed to get a can for.
That's the
I've been waiting for
That's
5
Q.
months.
That's
Right.
Q's honey badger.
That
Yeah.
is the honey badger.
Yeah, it's badass.
It is
That other one's a
badass.
machine, a full auto G36.
and that suppressor. They made that specifically for that, right?
That's the one that they made the recess in the rail. We got 2 Qs up in here. In case shit breaks out when we're in the podcast studio. We don't have any bullets, so I guess we're fucked either way.
We got 50 cal bullets, which are supposed to be banned on this next bill.
Oh yeah?
Which I have no idea what the like. Who's gonna spend $5 a bullet to cause any kind of mass injury
Ugh.
with a 50 cal? All the mass shootings you've ever seen, anything bad that's ever happened, has it ever been done with 50 cal?
SSRIs, man. That's what's
not-
happening. That's why it's all happening.
That is
crazy.
on my list. I was gonna buy the last one. Mr. Richard bought it.
What
The 50 cal.
that
That's
Barrett?
semi-auto,
I don't have
that
one of
107. Yeah. It's pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
In case you got any unwanted helicopters in your neighborhood. Flying low.
small
That's
aircraft.
next.
Somebody that lives a mile and a half away, you want to
Yeah.
reach out and say hi
Somebody,
Why
to?
not?
that's somebody that pissed you off in Texas.
Why not? Why not?
Listen, see, she's got the fishing charter thing. She takes him a mile offshore.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
It's all coming together now.
It's
I
all
know.
flat land.
I don't know about
so, hey.
the suppressor on that thing. Now it's the size of this table.
We have one downstairs. I almost made it the centerpiece. Yeah. It looks like a big dildo for RoboCop. That's like a 2-foot long metal.
Yeah, it's huge. It's crazy.
I love it.
So what did you didn't read much on the website about Biden?
I just read, like I said, just somebody was saying, "Man, this is what it means for this the second part of this new House bill that's coming up," and it was a lot of this tax on this and making this unavailable, making that. They're trying to, instead of trying to ban stuff and say we're going to take your guns away, they're going to make it
Tax it,
impossible to own. They're going to
Get
make
it,
it. They're going to
yeah.
hit you in the pocketbook. Is what
Right.
they're going to do.
Yeah, I read something that they were saying that it's probably the same thing that with the new when they were trying to give people money, what the hell are they calling that?
Stimulus.
Yeah, the stimulus bill. They were saying that they snuck a bunch of bullshit in there, like ammunition tax and stuff like that. That has nothing to do with the stimulus bill. They gotta capitalize on every shit show that they throw out
Well,
there.
yeah, well, that's the same thing they do on any bill they try to pass. They always squeak those little extra shit in there that has nothing to do with the bill. Like
yeah,
they had
ammunition taxes and
they had
other
one
registries and stuff like that.
they had one they tried to pass that was like for treating soldiers with PTSD or something like that. It was like taking care of our troops or something like that. It was what the title of the bill was, and literally nothing in it
About
was
taking
to take care of the troops.
Yeah.
Nothing. But that's what they named it. So, like, later on, if they want to destroy somebody in the public eye, they can say, oh, he didn't support the taking care of our troops bill. They don't go into what was in it. They just use the name, Stupid. It's all politics. It's crazy.
Yeah, man, politics is not what it should be. Man, I wish some of those guys that were around, in the 1700s that knew what was going on were, not all of them. I mean, some of them are probably terrible people, but the ones that knew what was going on. Who would have thought all those hundreds of years ago that a group of people could travel to a relatively uninhabited, Native Americans were here and they did terrible things to them, but create a country to where there were so many fail-safes and checks and balances that it would be, it would host, without them knowing, the greatest military that the world's ever known and a world power that we're slowly losing control over, but, that they set these things in place to where, the elections would be a way for the people to right the wrongs that are going on in politics.
I forget who said it.
But it's getting to the point where that's not the case anymore.
Well, one of the older
and it's going to come to a head.
founding father, members or type, back in the day, had said if the country was ever going to fall apart, Number one, it was going to happen from within, and it was going to happen because of like they're gonna pick apart every single law so much that it just won't be worth anything anymore. Like it won't be worth what it was designed to do. Like they'll find loopholes in everything, and it will just destroy the whole fabric of it, which is what they're doing. So, because especially if they do like Biden wants, and they pack the court, and they have control of the Supreme Court also, there's nobody to stand against them to do anything and everything they want. Right. You might as well not even have the different branches of government. You might as well all just be Biden sitting in the White House.
What do you think the next thing is that we see a big you would maybe not classify it as a tragedy, but the next big separation or fraying of the political system that we know now? You think states will start to actually secede, or you think law enforcement officers and branches locally will say we're not doing that? Or
but how much, to what extent can you go against the federal government? You know, like how
long?
long?
I mean, in combat, you can't really do it at all.
How long has the weed companies been trying to do that? Like they're still under federal, restrictions and the feds raid their facilities and things like that all the time. But the cities say it's okay for them to do it.
Yeah, the state level it's okay, but the federal level it's still illegal. That's why they can't put their money in banks.
You can have the same things with a lot of different stuff, unless, like you said, I don't think we'd ever get to a point where a state's going to say, you know what, fuck y'all, we're going to be our own our own country, and back out, because there's not much in the paperwork, or in the way things were designed. There's a few states that are allowed to do that, but there's not many.
Texas is big enough they might be able to pull it off.
Texas is one of the only ones that has it written into their constitution that they can back out any time they want and be their own country.
They lose a lot of money though, federal support,
federal funding and everything else. It's all about money. That's what it's all about. That's why we're bowing down to China on everything right now. It's because China owns so much of the dollar. They have so much control over the dollar that anything we do negatively to them is going to impact the finance of the United States, financial balance of the United States. And heaven forbid. If we can pass $2 trillion stimulus bill, and force it through to try to do all this extra stuff and try to cut back on all this other, all these executive orders he's been knocking out. Because he's only given that stimulus bill to kiss people's ass right now, so they'll all be like, oh, maybe he is a good guy. Putting money in their pocket. That's what it's all about. That's how he got all the kids, I'll vote for him if he gets rid of my student debt.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're going to give up all your rights for $50,000, Idiot.
And they're just going to pay for it later.
Well, right.
They don't
it's all going to be taxed out of there.
Yeah.
Just like the people getting the stimulus, they're like, well, I don't pay taxes anyway. So,
I haven't got one stimulus yet.
I got one, the first one.
I got the first one. I think, but that's just like, that's just like Obama. When Obama gave the stimulus, what was it, $600 when he gave his, or $400? And I didn't ask for that, and got it, and then got taxed on it at the end of the year.
Right.
So, and it's the same thing people think about how great Obamacare was, and how, I got it's free, I can go use this, I can go use that. And
shit's not free.
They got taxed for it at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Everything you used. So, stupid. We already have government controlled health care. It's called Medicaid, Medicare. We already have all that. But just because you have to qualify for it financially, that's where I want everybody to have it. Fucking stupid.
You ever think about death?
Like me dying? Yeah, I'm having surgery next week.
On what?
On my sinus.
Oh, that's neat.
But I'm still going under anesthesia. Still got to wake me up from it.
I think about stuff like that.
I watched something today, as a matter of fact, about like we were talking about the mushroom thing last podcast, and how you become one with the universe and all that. And I watched something today where they were talking about meditation, and that you can become like get these connections with other beings and all kind
They
of
say
shit like
some
that.
people that get really good at meditation can release whatever that is that the body produces, the brain produces. It's the same chemical.
And we only use how much of our brain? Like what percentage? You know?
I think that is, and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, so I might be lying. But I've done a little bit of research, and I think most people that know what they're talking about in that realm say that that's not necessarily true. Like you
Really?
use all of your brain.
Well,
You
just
know.
to its fullest capacity, or to its fullest ability. Like
Right.
people think there's these unlocked areas of the brain that you can have. See, we only use 10% of our brain.
Yeah, but what an idiot on
Actually,
Rotten Tomato is writing that.
Who
But it
edited Wikipedia?
It actually says, but this is a myth. If you read,
Yeah, but
if
it's
you would have
not
kept
Oh
Right
yeah,
there.
read the next sentence, bitch. It says it's a myth.
It's not sitting there just dead.
But this was about, I mean, it just so happens it was about contacting aliens and stuff like that. But the
I
fact,
believe in that.
the fact that
And
they
what?
could,
Aliens.
Why, you saw something out there
I
on
do
the open
see
water?
shit. I do see shit.
What? Let me
Ghosts
hear it.
too.
I like this stuff. Let me
Ghosts
hear it.
too.
Let me
I'm
hear
just saying,
it.
I totally believe it exists. I believe
But why? You saw something?
ghosts, aliens, everything. Oh yeah,
You saw all of those?
I see and I hear ghosts.
but did you see
constantly.
ghosts of aliens?
See?
No, but
You
I
ain't
do
seen
see
nothing
ghosts.
yet.
But I do believe all that shit exists. I do.
Well, what? Give me an example of why you saw
I
it.
just, as a kid, I remember even with stories from my grandpa. I mean, he was in the Air Force. He was a pilot in the Air Force. I mean, just things he would say, and it was like, that shit's real. I mean, you just go with your gut. You just know. I mean,
No,
there's
but have you
shit-
ever seen something?
Yeah, I do. I see
let me-
stuff. I do see stuff.
Like
and
what?
I still do. And I just...
Who's sitting over there in the corner?
I do, but you know what? You gotta walk a fine line with that stuff because people look at you, they're like, you're fucking crazy. And it's
Well,
like...
but you see, everybody did that to the UFO people for how many years because of the government and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
And now they're saying, oh, well, maybe, we did have these videos,
Yeah.
and we have been treating it like it
Exactly.
was true.
No,
But have you ever seen something that you...
Yes, I have. So you're out there. You're in the middle of everywhere. You have the stars everywhere. I mean,
When you
see
were
shit.
when you were on a boat fishing?
That or just out in the woods, at a cabin in the woods, and it's just there's shit that I have smoked weed. I'm not gonna say I haven't, but that's not
All
what
you have
it
to do is take a bag of mushrooms, put it in the microwave, and add 8 or 10 hits of acid. The ones that you buy in the inner city,
I've
too.
never
Not the ones
gone-
shit that's cooked in a fucking bathtub. They mix that shit in a body bag, son.
No, but I do believe there's life elsewhere. I don't think there's just life here. I do believe.
Well, see, that thing I was
Well, I mean, I
watching
think that's a
today
pretty,
about the contact and aliens and
logical
meditating and all
statement.
that was because this guy had died and had this after-death experience and then was brought back. And he said that he felt like he became, like he explored this whole new area of life after he died. And it made him not care about dying anymore because he was like, I know that something exists after death. He said, I've seen
this
it.
is just temporary. I believe. Yeah, totally.
See?
But as far as UFOs and things like that, yes, I totally believe all that exists. I don't think we're the only.
No, I don't think we're the only things
No,
in the
hell no.
universe.
Hell no.
I have grown weary of... I used to like listening and watching that shit. I don't know why. On like sci-fi. But
I still watch
I
it.
watched one goddamn show on sci-fi that these 3 hicks were trapped in a log cabin because werewolves were about to come kill them. There were
You gotta watch-
werewolves that had them trapped in a cabin.
I mean, Ancient Aliens been on for what,
Yeah,
13
that's
years,
getting
14 years?
kind of goofy too.
It's repetitive,
They make
yeah.
some leaps in that one, but there's a few that are good. There's a few that are
But
good.
there's some shit from other cultures, like way back when, that
Exactly.
was built that
If you could
nobody
go back-
addresses. They're not like, well, wait a minute. There was no possible way they could have made this back then, so how the fuck did it get made?
Right. Yeah, they didn't imagine that shit.
Yeah, Puma Punku?
Yeah,
You ever heard of
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, these rocks that they're bold.
You talking about
massive.
the H rocks and all that? Or are you
Well,
talking about the ones that fit into one another
With
perfectly?
Yeah, those.
Yeah.
Even the small ones are like 60 tons.
Yeah.
And they supposedly, the myth is that they came from miles and miles away. Why would you build something in the hardest fucking... A
Right.
guy came who
They
was...
picked the hardest way to possibly
Right.
build
Right.
something.
And you can't put a piece of paper between the
Right,
cracks of
right.
some of these things. And they brought a guy who does heavy machinery work and blocks
Yep,
and
yep,
stuff.
yep.
He said, if you paid me billions of dollars, I couldn't build this.
Well, they
I
showed
wouldn't
him.
waste my time trying.
They showed him moving a boulder to bring it to, I think, the Smithsonian or something. To put it on display somewhere. This huge boulder that was a fraction of what some of those rocks were, the size of some of those rocks. And they
No, you're
had
talking
to,
hundreds of tons.
well, right, and they had to get all this special machinery and block off the roads for so long. This is on pavement. This isn't on bringing it across fucking mountains and ridges
Sand
and fucking
and
sand
shit,
and dirt
yeah.
and everything else. And
That's
and,
really interesting. If I could go back to a point in history, I would have liked to
see how they build
to go
the
back
pyramids.
to the yeah.
I've been to the
I don't
pyramids.
think that they built the pyramids. I think that they found the pyramids.
Do you think that
pre-built.
they were supposed to be used as burial chambers, or you think
No,
that they
no,
were
they're not burial chambers. It's been proven they're not burial. There's never been
Never been a mummy in
There's
them.
never been a
not to mention the
a
time that
mummy
it took them to
discovered in
build
a
them?
pharaoh or anybody.
Right. The
No.
time that it took them to build them, a pharaoh would have never lived long enough to even.
Yeah, so there weren't burial chambers.
No,
They
and
know that
I think they're
for a
made
fact.
for something for the future too. I do.
like a sex dungeon or something.
Yeah, there we go. No,
Landing
But
pads for
seriously-
spaceships.
Yeah,
No,
Stargate.
but seriously, I think they're made for.
that's gonna be the next hot
topic.
topic
Hey,
when it
there we
goes
go.
to the next hot topic or buckle when they go to Egypt.
Well, one of the biggest ones for me is there's a sarcophagus in one of these locations, and the inside of the sarcophagus, the outside just looks like a rock. Okay, when they take the top off, it is perfectly carved.
Oh yeah, all of it's perfect.
You
Yeah.
know, like, and they
God, I
even
love talking about this
they
shit. It
had
has
that
nothing to do
same-
with guns, but fuck.
I know, right?
You know?
they had that same guy, I think, that does the works with rock and cutting rock and all kind of stuff like that. And he
A lot
cut
of them,
piece
if
of rock.
you run your finger down them, still it'll cut you.
Yeah.
It's so,
Well,
so clean.
This guy cut a piece of rock with a this big wheel. Cut a piece of rock with a laser. Cut different rocks different ways, and they put it under an electron microscope. And they said, okay, this is the rock that we took from the location, and here's all the other rocks. None of them matched. So how the
Right.
fuck did they cut it?
No,
Yeah,
I
that's
agree.
really
Yeah,
interesting.
it is.
Yep.
Man, I'd love to know. God, I'm such an idiot. I'd love to know.
No, I mean,
I think about it a lot.
I watch that kind of shit all the time.
Yeah.
And
I'd like to know
I even
just
go
before
back
I
and
die.
watch different
I'd like to
episodes
know.
of Ancient Aliens just because I like remembering.
There's a few of them that are really good.
Yeah.
Man,
There's one specifically on Puma Punka.
I'm
Where
fucking
they
such
cover
a
it.
sucker, man. I
They got
wanna
like
believe.
little bitty holes carved into stuff and like perfectly round holes going through diagonally in a rock. I mean, just no idea of knowing why the hell did they even make this
And how.
And why would they do it in the way that is
The
impossible to do?
hardest way possible. Well, if you look at some of the monoliths or the big, like the largest stones that have ever been recovered, like some of these big towers that they've built, or what do they call those big, like the Washington Monument, but one big solid
Obelisk.
peak- yeah, obelisk. They even say it would be impossible for us to move this rock. It is too big. It's impossible. We couldn't do it.
There was a dude. Man, I wish I would have. We were going to talk
Paul,
about this.
you
I'd
should be
have it.
pulling this stuff up right now.
Paul, pull up.
Puma Punku.
How would
Come
you
on,
pull this
Paul.
up? Pull up man. Recreate large rock structures, and nobody ever saw him do it. He wouldn't work when people were watching, and he built big walls around. But you see him in pictures, and he's always got this box with him that's got something in it that he said, I have something that allows me to gravity and all this other shit.
Tesla?
And no, it ain't Elon Musk. Shit, it might be Elon Musk. And they
No,
say,
but the guy Tesla, he
No. This guy just died. He was alive in the 1990s. I think he died in the 90s. But after he died, they went in and he had this whole city pretty much built out of rocks, and he did it all himself. Some of the rocks were, 40, 50, 100 tons, and he did all of it. He said he'd never tell anybody how he did it, but he found a way that he believes that's what the ancient Egyptians and, mines and stuff used. That's it, Florida. Yep, that's it. This is what this dude built.
And this has that big doorway that you can just barely push it, and it's this humongous rock that opens.
Yeah, it's like a 100-ton doorway he built, but a child can open it and close it.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. And he said he used,
there's an Ancient Aliens episode on that guy.
Yeah. Man, I'd like to know how he did that. Because he had something that he was using. He wasn't using pulleys or anything like that. He was using some kind of machine that he either found or said he was given by,
Edward Ledacolin.
That is not what that says.
Whatever. You say it then.
Look, that's all the stuff that's all the stuff he built.
See, look, there's the entrance. There's the entrance right there.
He did all of it himself.
But they didn't have machines to build that, as far as they know.
Well, back then, this guy they did.
No, this guy didn't have anything. He just said he only used pulleys, and he had some kind of machine, some kind of item that was given to him by, he didn't say who. It was.
And they only have so many pictures of it. It was this box on top of like a big A-frame that was.
You would catch this box in pictures, when somebody would climb over the wall or something, try to snap a picture. He'd always have this box with him, and it was never found after he died.
Yeah, supposedly he dismantled it and got rid of it.
Yeah, super cool.
There it is, right there. That's the box on top of the A-frame.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, he brought it with him everywhere. Covered. He wouldn't work when people were watching. He'd only work at night, and he made like a pyramid and structures and stuff like that. Hundreds and hundreds of tons. Just the door to get in.
Wait, this is recently he would do this?
Yeah. He died in the late 90s, I think.
The Coral Castle.
Yeah, that's
what it's called.
So I think there's stuff that we don't know about yet.
I agree.
Fuck, I'd like to know. Such a sucker.
I know, right?
God, I'd like to know. I'd like to know, too, what people are seeing when they talk about Bigfoot. I don't think everybody's fucking nuts. I mean, they might be and just want attention. But
might just have a bunch of motherfuckers out there running around in monkey outfits.
Yeah.
I agree. I believe
the guy, did you see the guy that dressed up in a Bigfoot outfit and
almost got killed?
One teenager, wham, hit him one way, and this other bitch hit him the other way. Kabam! Killed him.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
what an idiot, though. You got.
But after
he
all
dressed up in one of those suits to try to scare people.
After all these years,
one dude driving with probably a brewski said,
he's got to know somebody's gonna try to kill him.
Boom, hit him, and then this other chick going from the other side, wham, hit him the other way.
After all these years of all these cell phones, everybody's got fucking video now everywhere. And this is the only goddamn picture we fucking have.
There's a few, but I mean, it's
But it's the
have you
same.
seen the Survivor Man Bigfoot? Man, it's so upsetting. Fuck, it's so upsetting. Because this guy does this with other people who are like known charlatans, like hoaxsters, and there's one of them, and it gets huge ratings, massive ratings when this dude, instead of going in the woods with a fucking toothpick, for 50 days and has to hunt for his food, he goes on these dumbass Bigfoot hunts.
Excursions.
And a guy's got a video of one,
Send fucking Ginger out there. She'll cap that.
He says,
let's go.
He says,
give me all my guns.
and the video is like, oh my God, I found him. And his fucking hair's all fluffy, all
just got
coiffed and fluffy. It's so stupid. And then he gets all still, and you can see the Bigfoot, the stupid outfit, and it blinks. He goes, oh my God.
But
Bob, did you see it, Bob? It fucking blinked.
Bob.
But all the stuff that they've ever
then I knew right then
uncovered,
and there, I just captured Bigfoot.
The footprints,
Look how fucking furry he is and stupid he looks.
The castings and all that kind of shit.
Looks like those blankets you buy at Bed Bath & Beyond, it's furry and stupid. Look up Les Stroud, Survivor Man Bigfoot.
Some drunk homeless guy walking through the woods.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you see, set somebody up to so you can capture a video of him.
Yeah, I go with the aliens more than Bigfoot, I think.
Yeah, his hair's all Fonzied out
But
with
I mean,
hairspray in it.
Look how many.
He's not dirty
Look how
or
many
anything.
videos there are of the final Bigfoot this and look at this. How many videos of finding Bigfoot or finally finding Bigfoot, and not one of them. Well, we're
Well, it's the
still
same
looking.
thing with the ghost. You've seen ghosts? What ghosts have you seen?
Absolutely.
Hey,
Absolutely.
there is some
Absolutely.
serious. You should look at some of
I've
the
never seen
videos
anything like that.
Yes.
that they have now.
You know,
there's
Frank saw
videos
something
now.
in the other room. Did he tell you that?
I never told you about that. Okay, so I was up here in the records room.
Right.
Okay, and I'm sitting like this because I was setting up that computer.
You're right.
And that little bitty table, and the door's open, good bit away, and somebody like this, like say this is the door right here. Somebody steps in, looks, and then steps back out.
Right.
Like that. And I could tell they had on like a white shirt with khaki pants. And I was like, and I saw it out the corner of my eye.
That's
And I
Billy.
looked,
That motherfucker's been living up here for the last 6 months anyway.
and I was
Billy.
like, what the fuck? I said, who's coming up here and checking on me?
Right.
So I said, fuck it. So I kept on working. A few minutes later, same fucking thing.
Looks
and I was
like you.
like, but this time I thought about it and I was like, wait a minute. I didn't hear the door close. I didn't hear the footsteps on the
Mm-hmm. And you
wood.
can hear that door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, I didn't hear anybody coming up the steps. The boom, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom,
moving on steps, yeah.
So I walk out and I go downstairs and Riley's at the base of the steps. And I said, Riley, who keeps
There's
coming
a
upstairs?
pentagram drawn on the floor with candles in the middle of it.
I said, Riley, who keeps coming upstairs and checking on me? And she was like, what are you talking about? I said, somebody came upstairs and looked in the room twice. And she goes, nobody's been up the stairs at all. I've been sitting right here the whole time. She goes, oh my God, don't tell me stuff like that. I'll never go
Riley's
upstairs
gone.
again.
She's gone.
And from then on, it was like, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I'd like to see something, man. I never really.
I tried to
never
tell-
seen anything.
I tried to
God,
tell
see
Mike,
something
and
all
Mike
the
was
time.
like, there's no fucking ghost upstairs.
Yeah, okay. No, I believe they select who they want to expose themselves to. I really do. And I can hear them sometimes talk too. Like, they'll talk to me.
What do they say?
I mean, it's just like...
Out.
So when I lived in the lodge, it was a 100-year-old building. It used to be a
Bob,
schoolhouse.
she's taking a shower.
I know, right? But they, God, so stupid. But no, I mean,
I've been telling you to put a camera there, Bob. God damn it. We gotta fly back down there.
Fly back down there. But no, I mean, I've told him before, hey, do you need some help? Do you want me to help you? And I walked past this one room, and he was like, help me. And it wasn't like...
Where, in your house?
Yeah.
It's not,
Fuck
I
out of
swear
there.
to God. And I
not
would
paranormal. This ain't paranormal witness.
Bunch
No.
of bees coming out of the
Paranormal
toilet.
bitches.
See bees.
It's paranormal bitches.
No, and
Bunch of bees in
I
the
wasn't-
toilet.
No, I wasn't the only one that seen it. Like, even our cook, she would put the cabinet in front of the window because she would see stuff all
That's
the
her
time.
boyfriend
Our
sneaking
cook.
in your house at night.
Our cook. Excuse me.
Shut up. But no, I mean, I wasn't the only one. But yeah, I mean, I see them. I hear
A
'em.
lot?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
You don't have any
come on.
video footage or nothing?
I haven't ever tried to set anything up like that. I
Oh,
mean,
man,
I
I'd be
just,
all over that.
Oh, I should be, but I just kind of get used to it. I mean, I've even thought about going to talk to a medium to see about, hey,
We should get one.
How can I get deeper?
All right, that's our next podcast.
Yes.
You can call a medium. I'll pay for it, and
I
we
know
need to get her
some.
in here.
I
I don't
know
want to fucking
some.
talk to her. You can talk to her, and he
I
can talk to
agree.
her.
I
All right.
agree.
You don't want to talk to her?
No, no.
I don't
want
wanna know shit about me.
We had a bunch of deaths lately. I don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah, no, and you know what? I did go.
Don't
to
tell her
one-
nothing. Okay, all right.
Come on,
do
come
it.
on.
She came in here and
Don't-
looked at you and said, "You're still here."
I've been telling people you've been dead for 6 months
Wait a
now.
minute. Didn't I talk to you last week? Wait a minute.
All right, so do that.
Okay, I can try to do that.
Tell her Tuesday or you're off on Fridays now or Thursdays.
Paul.
I gotta look and see at the schedule.
But normally it's Tuesday and Friday now, right?
Well, Tuesday. Well, like next Tuesday, I'm working. So it just depends on those games. So we'll after this we'll go and look at
So-
Well,
Okay,
what
look
about
at-
this week?
it. This week, I mean, I'm off on Friday.
All right, see if you can get her
Let
here
me see.
Friday.
I don't know if I can get it that quick. So
All right,
let
we'll
me
try.
see.
If
Yeah.
not, next week. Tell her we want
Okay.
to do it. It's an
Okay, let me
hour.
see what I can
I'll,
do.
I'll pay for it, and
Okay.
and we'll do it. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah,
I got a candle over there from I haven't lit it yet.
I don't know if she
I love a
wants your
candle, man. I wish I could put a fireplace in here.
You get
You
electric
could put one of those ones that the flat ones that go on the wall.
I always
yeah.
wonder. I think it brings out better conversations.
Electric one.
You know,
Yeah.
We're
fireplace.
sitting by the fire.
Ambiance.
You know, yeah.
String some lights from the ceiling.
Yeah, I bought a candle from Bed Bath & Beyond, but I don't think
But
it's gonna summon any spirits. Fuck. All right, so we need to do that, and
Okay,
I might need
medium.
help finding a prostitute because I want to interview.
I know plenty of those.
Oh my god.
I used to
Do you think she'll be on camera though? If we let her like wear a mask or dress like? Because I got some questions.
She might. Shit, I don't know.
All right, so we
We'll
need to
find
do
out.
that.
Okay.
We need to find a medium
I'm making a
and
list.
a prostitute to talk to. I want to know if she ever been stuffed in a body bag or
Medium.
something. If anybody's ever tried to bury her alive, I got some questions.
Prostitute. I can make one phone call and get that.
All right.
Okay.
We're on a budget now. I don't want to be paying these people more than like $100 $100,
I don't
$150.
know about that. That medium, she's kind of expensive, but she's right on target.
Is she expensive?
Oh, yeah.
How
they're
expensive?
I'll have to find out. Like, I think when we went, it was a room full of people. We
Yeah,
all
that's good, Paul. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
I don't want to be summoning no demons up in this
No,
room.
no demons.
It just looks like a fireplace on the TV. Though.
No,
That's
I'm talking
great.
about your friend who's gonna
Okay,
bring
so
a
my
bunch of
friend,
ghouls in this bitch.
so the medium, I think we all paid like $250 or $350 each, and there was
Jesus
like a room
Christ.
full.
Well,
Yeah,
tell her it's only like 45 minutes an hour, and we'll promote her thing on here too. See what she can do.
Okay, we'll see. I'll see
I
what
want to
can
tell
do.
me who
I
the
got-
fuck
I
came
got
and
a
spied on me when I was in the
Well,
room.
that we might get some answers.
Hey.
There's a very strong presence up here. In this.
Hey, I had video from when I went, and let me tell you, the stuff that she told me, nobody knew. It was of my past husband, my first husband that got killed. Oh yeah, it was. Oh yeah, it was like, holy.
Well, she might have known
shit.
that.
Oh no,
If
she
you
did
Google
not.
your name or something.
Oh no.
All right, so don't tell her our names. Nothing.
I'm not telling. No, she doesn't
Until
do that,
she
and
gets
she
here.
doesn't want to know.
That's like
And
on
she
the,
doesn't
on the
wanna
Big
know.
Bang Theory when they go see a medium and she goes, "Okay, ask your first question," and he goes, "Okay." Like
Oh my
he
god.
said, "I just asked it. You tell me the answer."
Okay, so I don't know prostitutes. I mean, I know escorts and stuff like that.
Like, that's not
No,
the
I
same
want to
thing.
know the ones that
Come
are
on.
getting,
I mean, I
up
used to
and stuff.
set up people with clients and stuff like that. So I mean, I can get girls like that.
No, I want to know one that's got some stories.
Okay. Oh, they have.
Those are just getting
stories.
brought to Drew's Chris and
oh.
dinner and stuff.
No, they're not. That's what y'all think.
We'll have Frank's ex-wife come in here with a bunch of
Bring your ex-wife.
coats and Gucci bags
You
on.
better watch. She might start
She
getting
might be the
credit
one that
cards
shows
under the
up.
name of the
Yeah.
company.
We got to take all the guns and everything valuable out of here. Man, I'm excited. I'm
I
really
have a
excited.
list.
I want to know. I
I
want
have a
want
list.
those two. I want to do that.
I'm
That's
making-
gonna be
medium.
fun.
I'm texting
yeah.
people right now. Let me see what I can do.
Yeah, I want a prostitute on here and
Gotcha.
a medium on here.
My
I didn't
girlfriend
think.
wants
How
it-
did I not think of a medium, man?
Wants me and well, she and I to go see a medium also.
No, I don't really fuck around with that, but I will. I'll do it once.
Tuesday might be better than a Friday. So let
Okay,
me make
all right.
that text right now. So next Tuesday.
Yeah, give her like 2 dates, like maybe
But she'll know you're
Maybe
texting
like-
her already. She should have already texted you.
Yeah, she should have
No.
texted you back already.
She's
What
not-
kind of bullshit
No.
medium?
Now that would be good. If you
No.
text it and she says, "I'll do it."
No.
What would have been good is we're talking about it and she goes,
You mistaken.
Right, that's what I
You're mistaken. That's not a medium. What you're thinking about? You're thinking about some. Other
You're thinking about a
demonic shit.
psychopath.
Yeah,
A cocaine addict.
You're thinking of something else. No, this is a medium.
A
They
psychic.
talk to dead people, so it's dead people. Communicating
Well, if
through
they were talking to
them.
live people, it wouldn't be as impressive.
Yeah, so they're talking. No, but they're talking through the medium to you. The dead people are talking through her.
All right, I'll bring the candles. You bring the medium. I like it. I'm
All
excited.
right, I'll see what I can do. All right.
You bought anything good lately?
me?
Yeah.
Last thing I bought was that Strybog.
Man, I like those too. There's so much cool shit out, man. That'd be so depressing if they, ban all this stuff, start taking stuff away. We're at a really cool spot, They got a bunch of manufacturers making all sorts of cool shit.
Yeah, just in time.
No, but I mean, saying that, like, I've been thinking in my mind, where am I gonna hide all my shit? Where do I have room to hide all my stuff?
I don't think they'd ever be able to go that route. There's too many guns, man.
Well, no, it's like the guy we had on. He's like, it's unenforceable. How the hell are we gonna enforce it?
Yeah, we had a SWAT guy on, That's already been uploaded. You can listen to it. Really cool dude. I've been knowing him for a long time from the other store, and it's not enforceable that way. I mean, they might be able to ban the future manufacturer of certain guns, but you wouldn't be able to confiscate or try to collect guns that are already out there. It wouldn't work. Too many.
No, man, not unless they went and sat at every shooting range or every gunshot they heard. They ran to the area and checked people's paperwork.
But we know all those guys too. They wouldn't do that. I don't think. They don't make enough money to do that.
No, because everything you're stepping up on, you figure is a possible getting shot.
At least one of those dudes had enough. They're not giving you their guns. I wonder what I would do sometimes.
That's why I have a dummy in my house filled with tannerite.
Don't talk to your girlfriend like that.
Oh, you in trouble.
I got a mannequin. How about that? I got a mannequin full of tannerite wearing Wish.com gear. So when they come in, the Alphabet
Wish.com
with a hole, one of those holes in her mouth.
What the fuck is
in her
that?
butthole.
When you go to Wish, you buy that crappy gear from China.
So when mannequin in his house
We don't want to know about your blow-up doll.
wearing Wish.com gear.
It's in a skirt in the bed, all sticky.
And crusty.
There was a video of a guy who outsmarted the police, I guess. Like they busted into this, he ran into this location, and the cops busted in after him. And there were all these mannequins like laying around, and like standing up and everything. And he ran into this back room, and he held this piece of board up in front of him, and only his legs were exposed, and stuff like that.
Is this your personal story?
No. And the cops came in, and they were like looking, and they didn't see him, and they turned around and walked out because there was so many mannequins standing around. Like he blended in with them.
That's
It was crazy.
It's probably a creepy house to walk through it
How you pulled
after
that
the sun
off,
goes
Frank?
down.
It was like a business. He ran into a business.
Huh.
But
Man, I'm really excited. I'm glad you
might have been Paul's house.
brought that up.
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
I'm gonna try. I've already made the text. I'm waiting for an answer.
Because I'm not a believer in that.
Well, I am.
What, the media?
Oh, look, because I went and the stuff she told me, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, but you don't believe that those people, like, they because, I mean, I've seen so many debunking videos of that where they say just the slightest little thing and they can read it from you and they know exactly what to say.
No, this is my thing. She would go around the room and finally she just looks at me. She starts over here.
How
and
many
I'm way
people
over
were
there.
they?
There was probably like 10, 12 of us. And finally she just looks at me. She said, look. She said, I don't know who's trying to get me to get... She said, he's throwing a fit. Talk to her now. She's like, do you know? And she described it. I was like,
yeah, but because there's a lot of stuff you do subconsciously, and every time she's talking to somebody else, you could have been just like, or making little movements or doing certain things.
What would that tell her?
Yeah,
she's probably thinking, she must be waiting
no,
for somebody to contact her.
No, because I'm not like that.
But these people are professionals, though.
I'm the type of person, I can sit in the back room and I'm quiet and I'm sitting there and I'm the one that's figuring everything out while everybody else is talking.
Well, that might be it, too.
But no, that's
she's
not
like, this
it.
skeptical bitch. Let me fucking tell her.
And the shit that she was saying, it's not like normal talking, like us talking to each other, like my husband would come out and just say what he would normally say to me. It was more of a spiritual talking, like he called his twin the clone. Just things like that. Things that she would come out with, I was like, holy
yeah, man,
shit.
if she does that,
yeah. It was.
I'd believe if she.
It's all on video.
Did she wheel out a pottery table and got behind you and y'all made a bowl together?
She did not touch me, Frank. Come on, see you.
I don't even want you to talk about.
You don't need to be here.
I don't even want you to talk about it anymore in case.
That's right.
In case she
comes back and talk. That's right.
No, in case she listens to what we're talking about. So I don't want to talk about anything else.
Okay, we won't talk about it.
But no, it was holy shit.
All right, so look, next week we're gonna start promoting this. That is gonna go in the lobby. We might do a promo, like if you subscribe, you get 10% off or something if you're buying something. And if you have any questions, comments.
Whoa, we're gonna have to talk about that.
What?
How much off? What are we doing?
Well, we're gonna do something.
I mean, look, that's $7 off a box of ammo.
Yeah, I mean there'll be a limit, like anything that falls in a category, maybe ammo or holsters or something like that. Get a little break if you subscribe, and if you send have any questions, comments, anything like that you want us to answer, or if you have anybody that's interesting to talk to, if you live in the New Orleans area, we're getting this up and running. I'm really excited about it. It's fun, man. I like doing this once a week.
It's cool.
It's you can let your hair down. Paul, what's the best email to get?
Number 2 shots in podcast at gmail.
All one word. 2 shots in podcast at gmail.com. We're gonna be on. We're on YouTube. Same thing. 2 shots in podcast. Please subscribe. Like. I am Devin Burgess.
Frank King.
Ginger Janae.
And who's our producer?
Paul Hambrice.
That's good goddamn right.
I'll make
Guys,
that look bad.
Thank you for listening. We'll have another one in a week or so. We're gonna get a medium and a prostitute up in here. I'd like to do them both at the same time.
That'd
She'll
be
look at
funny.
that prostitute and say, "I can't.
We're not
Did
going.
he really do that to you? How are you walking?"
It might be more than an hour podcast.
Yeah, we'll be up here for 4 days. I have to keep ordering Uber Eats.
What if you brought her in and be like, I got like 6 guys here that are bitching at me saying you killed them.
I said, I don't know who you are.
No, the
gotta
prostitute. The prostitute.
Time to go.
Like the medium saying, this is a serial killer, motherfucker. What are you?
Man, I'm excited about that. All right, guys, 2 Shots In podcast. Thank you for listening. We'll see you soon.
Good night.
Good night.